ban list.
They're mentally broken right now on Unknown. They just about 2-0'd one of the top two favored teams in the upper division of the DPC Winter 21 League SA presented by OGA. And instead, they're going into Game 3, threatened with being 0-2. Where did it all go wrong? They were so close to being on top of the world.
Timbersaw, but they fixed it.
Phantom Lance.
They fixed it.
Ooh, the Beastmaster ban as well.
Oh, hey. Shout out to Monkeys Forever's newest YouTube video, guys. Beastmaster ban in the first phase. I believe the title was How to Play the Best Offlaner in 7.28. And, Beastmaster looks pretty damn good. And it's a very nice educational piece of content where he basically just explains his every move throughout the game. And Beastmaster is, he's always thought of being, super complicated stuff. It's not that bad. So, if you want to dive into a new hero,
Trent.
Yes,
How am I going to play Beastmaster if I can't micro?
You'll be better when you can micro, but don't worry about it. It's not a huge deal. I promise.
He's still good. It turns out you don't have to micro the Hawks anymore as long as you don't buy the shards. So
anyone out there, if you think you can climb MMR and you're just looking for that hero, please just go watch that video and just try Beastmaster. You'll be all right.
It's a good video, and it's a really good hero. That's why they banned the Beastie and Mars.
Well, here's a good hero against Slardar. We haven't seen Slardar as much, but Mars pretty good at catching the fast Slytherin guard there.
I love Slardar. I am a big fan of this hero.
Yeah, you would.
I like him in every patch. I like it when he's not broken. He was a little too broken last patch.
5 seconds remaining.
Now he just feels like a potential hero. We've seen the flex already once into the support. I don't think that was Thunder Predator. Was that Moose who played it?
Oh, gosh.
I can't even recall, but we definitely had one support Slardar. We'll see if we get another one.
I'm surprised they actually ignored the Shaker this time, even though it was open and both teams wanted it. It looks like because of the Earth Spirit, they don't really feel like Shaker is that good inside with Thunder Predator. But yeah, Slardar could be played as a 4, and they could get an offlaner here that works well with the Slada.
So I think that was Infamous playing against Thunder Predator.
Is that what it was?
That did it. Yes,
okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Thank you.
And their lineup was Slardar, LC, Viper, Coddle, and Slark.
Yes, the double fish strat. I remember.
Yeah. So there you go. So good memory. Tangential to Thunder Predator.
So close yet so far. The double green heroes taken out here. We're going to lose the Viper and the Veno.
Infamous did win that game, if you recall. 32 to 11 in 34 minutes.
Remaining.
So Thunder Predator looks like they took a lesson from that one.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay, so they take the Bristle back because it's a good combo with Kato.
Ember's there too.
Yeah, they definitely don't feel like that Slaughter is going to be a position 3. Or at least they really want to take some of the nasty combos away. I think Wraith King with Kato was a lane we saw quite a bit. I think, it's not... Wraith King is not that good versus Mars, but it's a really good hero. So maybe it could happen.
That actually sounds like a really good lane.
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it a couple times, but the Solar Bind and the Chakra could do a lot of damage with the Wraith Fire Blast.
Yeah. And you reset the crit, so you can stun crit, get the Chakra magic there, reset the cooldown. I think it's pretty powerful.
Yeah, that's busted.
And you never really care about not having mana when you out. If the Kato is there, you can always Chakra so that you get that 180 mana. Pretty big nerf to the hero.
I know we were off today on the South America region, but did you guys catch the NA game of the cut with the Ricky? Did you guys witness this match?
Oh, I didn't.
Oh my god. Please keep Ricky out of these games. He eventually ended the game with an Octarine core and a what's that neutral item called? The blah blah blah.
Spell Prism?
Mana Prism. Spell Prism, that's one. Thank you. So he was only outside of Tricks of the Trade for 0.7 seconds every time.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was nasty. He didn't even buy a BKB. He had Daedalus and then he got into Orb Destruction and it was the worst. And by the worst, I mean the best. They completely turned around a game that they were losing because of that. But he's not going to be here, and neither will the other Coddle combo we just mentioned.
I've seen Loda actually complain about that interaction on Twitter.
Remember that whole conversation we had about game design and PA, Trent? double everything I said, but for Ricky in the context of what you just described.
10
That's
seconds
miserable.
remaining.
That's just so awful. Oh,
It was really funny.
that like
but
pains me to think about. Just like that's not even that nuts either. I guess you have to dice roll the spell prism, but wow,
yeah.
that's gross.
As Jenkins put it, that's not a carry item. Get this out of my game.
Yeah, I feel slimy. I feel slimy that my inner dialogue right now is like, holy shit, I got to play some more Ricky. All right, what's the team fight follow-up here, Unknown? You got
Witch
a good
Doctor.
starter. All right, this is your starter log. Now, is Witch Doctor the tinder that you're going to put on top to build this giant flame?
I like
Yeah,
Witch
where's
Doctor
Witch
here.
Doctor? Like, we didn't see it in both games. What's
Yeah.
going
Oh,
on?
did you hear that? Did you hear that? That
The
was
monkey.
the Monkey King shout.
Oh, boy.
Here it comes.
I thought that was the cosmetic with the monkey on the back of the Witch Doctor.
Oh, no. Okay.
Yeah, see? I got
Well,
this.
all right. Still a shout. You're right.
But
Right in
yeah,
the Pango.
love
So
it.
the reason the Witch Doctor's good here is because of the Slider. It's just, if it's 3 or if it's 4, you're going to be strong versus it.
Coconut.
Because of the Maledict and the Coconut. Yeah. And if he wants to dive you under tower, you get the Coconut on him, and suddenly he really regrets his decision.
10 seconds remaining.
I love Pango. I think the Koto Pango
5
combination
seconds
can be
remaining.
super impactful in the mid game. I think that makes the Swashbuckle cooldown around 2 seconds, so that's a lot of damage. And it's also a way to get out of Mars, so they could play this mid, they could play this off lane. Void Spirit.
Do you know what's good about this? Is that it counters the, well, I was going to say, because the puck's gone, so they can't have the counter on the roll. But
Yeah.
the Void Spirit, I guess there is still a lot of flexibility in the lanes with the Mars and the Void Spirit. And they will still go back for that Wraith King, so.
This
Nice.
is a king.
Yeah, I'm really digging this Thunder Predator draft. I feel like so far this is the best they've done in the for the first 4 picks. Jesus.
I do also like that Unknown, though, have a lot of ways to initiate. All 4 of these heroes can start fights.
Mm-hmm.
A pretty wily lineup. But I agree. I think Thunder Predator has some good options themselves. A lot of stuns, some pretty solid team fight. Fan of the Wraith King. Always curious what item build we're going to be looking at here. Now, will they ban the Monkey King if they're Thunder Predator? They should probably with this last one.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think there's any other hero that you're scared of that much. Maybe, I mean, Tro did get banned.
Team
So.
ban.
Oh,
Okay, apparently they're
ow.
more afraid of the Alchemist.
we did see it working really well in another game.
That's pretty interesting. And they probably need just like a...
10 seconds.
I guess they're
remaining.
banning as if it could be a potential Pango mid, eh?
Radiant team pick.
Yes.
Yeah, another Lesh. I guess Unknown, they've got last pick here, obviously, and pretty flexible between the Mars and the Void Spirit. I think Mars mid is certainly possible, depending on matchups here.
Mm-hmm. Definitely agree. Even Void Spirit versus Wraith King, it's not like you have the shield, so you don't care about the skeletons that much.
5
I don't feel like
seconds
Koto
remaining.
really scares you at all. You have a dodge for the Ray Fire Blast. Could be possible. Now, what is the mid for, I guess, the offlane slash mid that they can pick up? I kind of like Enigma here. They did play... Oh, it was not Thunder Predator that played Enigma, but I like it. Kind of greedy, though.
Still, I like the idea, some big team fight, kind of tie this whole thing together.
Yeah, I'm not
Something
sure what I
to
want here.
assist with the Coddle ult.
I kind of want to put the Slardar mid at this point. Just pick a 4. Or pick something that could possibly flex. Like, what if they picked Alina, and then depending on the last pick, maybe put the Slardar mid?
That's an okay idea.
Interesting. Do they
Slardar into these
wanna-
melee matchups is just so hyped, though. He just, like, bodies people.
I mean, they could also just grab Death Prophet or something, get some push, and not have to worry about it. She bodies most
Classic
melees.
Leo style.
Oh. So
It's something interesting here. Probably Pango mid, I would guess.
it could be Slaughter mid, though, because they could Phoenix Pango offlane.
Yeah.
So
Are they
they're-
thinking, like, no matter what, it's going to be Mars or Void Spirit mid, so they get the melee matchup?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, they're not
Yeah.
gonna carry either Mars or Void Spirit. So
5
Okay.
seconds
I hope
remaining.
it's Slardar mid.
Good-
I love it when
good
Boxy
read.
plays it, man. He does it so well.
Yeah. Against Void Spirit, I don't know if I've seen that specific matchup, but sounds pretty interesting. 10 seconds left, though. Do we want the Monkey King? Still available to go back to that classic against the Wraith King. And they go for the Weaver instead.
Ooh.
Interesting against the Slardar. Yeah, good versus Phoenix, but they opt for mobility instead for Burna.
And that puts Frank in the off lane, too, with the Slardar, because I think he just wants to like bully a little bit more on the Weaver and then put the Pango mid.
Okay.
Well, this is really something here, fellas. Jeez Louise, game number 3. I don't know what to think. Oh, dearie me.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. Leo Style, he's only played 11 games of Pango, officially. And that's over a total of like a year. So he doesn't play it that often. He's played 3 times last month. Not his most common hero, which is definitely something. Maybe he's like spamming in pubs or something. I'm not sure, but it is certainly a hero that you like to see spammed by players to really get a good feel for it. So we'll have to see how well he does on it.
Very finicky, a lot of nuances to the Pango, a lot of little annoying spots.
A lot of holes he gets stuck in.
Yeah. Seriously, a hard hero to look flashy with if you haven't put the hours in.
True.
I'm still going to stick with Unknown. After watching this whole series, I still feel like they've looked very solid. I think this draft has some options, but I'm going to take the words out of your mouth, Bowie. Thunder Predator look good here. Probably better than they have in the last 2 games
I'm
from a
taking
draft
really
perspective.
I like the draft a lot. I think the Egg was a really nice final hero for them in terms of the more team fight control versus what Unknown are trying to do in these engagements. Downsides, the direct stun possibilities on Robo Z is a little bit weak, so that means that both him and MJZ might get a little bit out of hand. Or sorry,
I
not
love
MJZ,
the
but
two-strength
Burna.
cores with the Phoenix heal. I feel like that's super strong in the mid game. You're gonna have like pretty much 3 lives on the Wraith King. I'm going with Thunder Predator all the way, baby.
All the way.
Bye.
Most of his stuff going in on Thunder Predator. I like it. Oh, dearie Gary, I want to know where you're looking at this one. Game 3 decider. Coach, we need some pointers. You're in.
I'm really just looking at this Keeper of the Light cosmetics set, honestly. The way that he's basically Odin riding a camel, he's a steampunk Viking riding at a battle on the back of a camel. He's looking wild and ready to fight. Theban, game 3 here. It's Thunder Predator against Unknown, both near the bottom of the table, looking for their first series win. A panel seeming to think that the draft from Thunder Predator looks pretty good. Are you going the same way? Yep, it sure is.
So this whole mess is all your fault?
Yeah, and he's already
All right,
for...
I messed up. the viewers could not hear what I said. It was apparently
Oopsie.
muted. Whoops. Yeah. What I was trying to say, so the viewers can hear what I said, was it's really hard to bet against Wraith King. I think this hero is an incredibly good hero. It's early, mid, late game, also good. Incredible amount of sustain, very easy to play, and it's hard to bet against it.
Yeah, and he's already 4-slotted. He's already got 4 of his first 6 items. The branches, the quelling blade, the stick. All he needs now are the phase boots and the radiance, and then he is ready to go. It really has
Pretty
been
much.
a very algorithmic item build for Wraith Kings so far in South America in this tournament. We'll see what he does, if anything special comes out, but I doubt we'll see the Armut or the Midas or anything. It's probably the phase boots, radiance, and get into battle when you can. No contests on the bounty runes either, so 2 for 2 trade across the map. And then I guess the more interesting position here, Thunder Predator with Leo-style Pango mid against the Void Spirit. Pango, a very peculiar mid-lane hero. You know, he's very, very good at trading hits, harassing, but it's those early game rotations he can make which really set him apart from the crowd. Get that Roll of Thunder into action.
He's nice with another hero who can disable, though, but they don't really have that on their team, like in terms of support, right? The Keeper, the Phoenix, these are not roaming supports typically, so we really won't be seeing a lot of solo kills, at least happening mid with that Rolling Thunder. It's one of the big factors is why people even play Pango mid. It's at level 6, you just use the Rolling Thunder, you just go right, left, like in the river, and then you just pretty much kill somebody off that.
And somebody's dead.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard against Void Spirit without disables though.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty rough against Weaver, against Mars and stuff like that. You know, you can get caught up or not stick on your target too easily. But potentially, you know, we'll see that Will-O-Wisp. We'll have the Slardar with a blink. The initiation tools could be there. Full Thunder Predator. So far, lane's going pretty well for both sides. Void Spirit, Pango trading farm, Wraith King, Weaver, the counterparts in the POS 1 doing well. The one factor standing out is Drakiel. He doesn't have a single CS yet. He'll get his first one in a second there. And they do drag that wave away from the Phoenix and the Wraith King at long last. But I would I don't know about you, but I'd expect Earth Spirit and Mars to be a really strong pressure lane.
It's pretty good. It's just not the best synergy. Like Mars prefers to play with ranged supports typically. But yeah, having like just 3 last hits is probably unacceptable from Mars, even if his support is a Nurse Spirit who doesn't really help him as much as another support would. I want to mention that in this game, you need Burnout to be popping off, man. Like, if the Weaver does not have a solid laning stage and gets a bunch of kills in the first 15 minutes, I'm really worried for Unknown here.
A very snowbally hero. Need to get into those early damage items quickly, but there's the aggression bottom lane. A roll into the spear. The God's Rebuke comes out onto MNZ. He fairy fires and walks back with his stick and his tangos going.
Just gets healing subbed right back up. It's what we've been seeing every single game, Gary. Just healing salves on your carry. At this point, honestly, it's not even worth harassing the enemy carry like that much. It's better off you just kill the support and then you bully the carry 2v1. Or if you like bully the support, you force them to healing salve himself, that's a huge win.
Exactly. Then you can change tact and like, okay, now we go on the carry instead.
Exactly, yeah. Precisely.
It's something that, you know, even a year ago I saw from like Miposhka as an example. When he played Witch Doctor and Oracle, kind of heavy position 6 heroes, he would come into lane with 2 salves. Like he'd start laning his stage with 2 salves.
That's what good supports would typically do now. It's like they start the lane with the salve and they bring a salve out with their bounty gold.
Yeah.
So you don't like mess up in any way if that ever happens. It's like the counterplay to the counterplay to the counterplay. Like, yeah, something like that.
It really is that early regen trading battle. A bit of calm in these lanes for a second. Witch Doctor's getting chased back by Slardar. Weaver contesting that pull across that Kottle's made. Looks like Slardar's fine with his boots to keep running back and forth.
I typically don't like Slardar in this current patch, mainly because of the Monkey Kings, the Ursa, the Trolls even against Slardar. That's a really good one too. But in this game, it's quite nice. Yeah, you're
they
against...
maledict the Slardar? No, never mind. Go on, sorry.
He's good. He's good. Yeah, he's against Weaver, which is amazing. And now you also have a Pangolier and a Wraith King, which both benefit heavily from the Corrosive Haze. Swashbuckle is physical damage. Then the Wraith King, the late game Wraith King, just right-clicking the hero who gets Corrosive Haze might just 2-shot him.
Come on, man. Don't forget the skeletons.
All
the skellies with Corrosive Haze. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's actually really good
damage.
early game. That is very true.
Just chase him down. Pinned up against the trees. MNZ. He's getting speared up against this Soul Ring Mars. So at least Drakiel will be able to keep pumping them out. As the 5-minute runes are spawning, it looks like top lane's going to have the biggest contest. 2-man crush from Frank, but doesn't get the bounty anyway. Down at bottom, no action. Kottle was considering leaving it for the Pango to maybe come and refill his bottle, but Leostyle says, nah, I'm going for a kill mid. Trying it onto RoboZ, who is now with an empty bottle. Has to leave the lane for a sec. And there's the kill on Drakiel. Mars already spent all of his spells. Wraithfire Blast, the Skellies, this dive from MJZ, yeah.
That's the first blood going the way of Wraith King, and he's going for a Midas too. We've been seeing this quite a lot. Oh, okay. Gets the phase boots killed off at least. Not bad. But yeah, the Midas has been the very popular build on a Wraith King these days. I mean, the hero can just get away with it. He has so much sustain. You know, he's got the skeletons to like tank for him too if he needs it. Lots of jungle potential. Really hard to kill him with his 2 lives. It's been a really good item for him, and it just lets you get into that late game, just like the PL game from last game we saw.
Yeah, get that attack speed with all your big right clicks and hits with that corrosive haze too. It's mid lane Leo style fake pumped that rolling thunder. Earth Spirit came in to try and contest the rune as it's a haste that Leo style grabs, and he's just continually putting the fear into that Void Spirit. Cask onto Moo's top. This should be a kill for Unknown. TP very quick off the mark, but Moo still gets right click down as he lands dead in the fountain. Always feels bad when you actually get to fountain, but the last bit of damage it just about kills you.
Maledict or like Veno poison Nova and he still die in the fountain through the regen. Whew. Oh, the worst is definitely Sunstrike. Like TP back to fountain and he gets Sunstriked and then die.
That never feels good, but they'll try onto Frank now. That's Maledict doing good work as it is level 2, but he turns with a crush, the bash, the hits from Frank. He's gonna try and get a second one. No fucking way! Frank, you monster! He survives too, they don't even kill him.
Oh my god.
Slaughter 1v2, what an absolute madman.
Mid lane too. Oh, Robozy.
Oh, they're
running
going
away.
for it. He's got Swashbuckle.
No.
And there's Thunder Predator, 4-1 early game lead, starting this fire off with a bang.
Alright boys,
Laning stage.
time to wrap it up.
Game's over.
Time to go home. I mean, that was crazy, but like, I kind of saw that coming too. I clicked the Weaver, I'm like, oh boy, you don't got Shakuchi up, bro. You're so dead. You can't even run away with the Weaver. They committed hard onto that Slaughter kill. He gets a level 6 right after it, and it just pops that Wish Doctor.
All three of these lanes now.
Yep.
Top lane win for Frank, mid lane win for Leo Style as he's going to try and chase the Earth Spirit, but he rolls out there. Bottom lane, they're going in onto MNZ though, killing him and the Phoenix, bring in numbers bottom. 4 heroes all launched into the bottom lane to finally get a bit of a comeback for Team Unknown.
They need to do that. They need to create some kind of stop on this map. Get the Weaver and the Void Spirit into a Mars lane. That's 3 cores. But it's worth it, you know, you got the Wraith King kill, the Phoenix kill, you got some space for your Weaver now. So maybe put some pressure on this tower, kick the Wraith King out of the bottom lane too.
Yeah, delay that Midas, delay the Radiance. But Wraith King, he's got a stack to farm. Top tier 1's nearly dead, so there's going to be another influx of gold for him. As bottom lane is defended by the Phoenix, who has dive. So Burner and Yadomi unable to keep going for MJZ, and Pango has also come down to defend his tier 1. And that's a Pango with a Javelin. He's still got a shared tank. Like, that's how well the Pango's lane went, Theban. He has a shared Tango in his backpack. And a Fairy Fire.
And then he breaks it in style. You know, he can't sell it.
Wait, did he? Top lane, they found the Wraith King again. First reincarnation getting used up here as Frank battles Drakeel in the back, but MNZ stuns the Earth Spirit and runs away from the Void. They can't kill him a second time, they're too afraid. Frank is going
you
wild.
Monster.
He nearly kills the Mars off. He's 1v4 this time though. In a 1v2, sure, I believe in you, but the Illuminate flying nearly catching up to that Mars.
Yeah, he was holding the Mars away from the Wraith King. Didn't really manage to get the kill. They stopped going on the Wraith King back for the Mars. But this gives an opening for Unknown though. They gotta smoke up. They gotta get another play onto the Wraith King while his reincarnation is on cooldown. He does have a Midas complete now. So we got a 10-minute Midas. It's gonna be a big boy Wraith King in this game.
Yeah, they scan him. They know where he is. And there's that Hand of Midas coming out to the Wraith King. No smoke though from Unknown.
It's perfect time to make a play happen.
There's Witch Doctor and Void Spirit from mid lane going up to top.
That's not, that is not where you want to go, guys.
It's just a Kotl.
Exactly. You want the big kill.
Well, Earth Spirit rolls in the back, trying to spot out any additional targets, but Earth Spirit shredded by the Slardar. Death Ward comes though, and Frank now dropping down to 100 HP. Astral Step, no. Dissimulate is ready. They've got a Spirit as well, but the Jukes from Frank. He's cut himself into the trees and actually breaks their ankles.
The ankle breaker indeed. Damn. Frank's just styling on him this game. He's like, finally, I'm off that Timbersaw POS, just buying Greaves and Hood. I can actually play a hero where I can showcase my talents.
I'm on a finesse hero. I can actually do some stuff. What's he up to?
Yeah.
Treads, drums, blink dagger queued. Now smoked
I will
up
tell
with
you,
moves.
Gary, though, I hate that smoke by Unknown. That was really bad smoke. They just all they have to do is smoke into the triangle, and if they don't find a hero in the triangle, then they go to that call and get the kill on him. Because if they find the Wraith King, it's a guaranteed kill, and he's enormous.
Oh, great spear. Barely keeping that Witch Doctor alive for an additional 2 seconds, forcing that Rolling Thunder to be spent by Leo style.
Yep, Thunder Predator. This is all just space. They just want the Wraith King to have the freedom farm. You know, if you make a play middle, then you force all of Unknown heroes to come in there to help out their boys, and then that means Wraith King is not getting smoked on or dying.
Yeah, like a minute ago, he finished Midas. Now he's already up to 1,300 saved up.
Yep.
Earth Spirit misses his roll. And Leo style, the slippery Pangolier in that mid lane, ever present. They relocate bottom, or recall. Weaver is level 9. Shikuchi, Blinding Light, pushes him back, but Frank needs to get there with a sprint and a bash. Crush is ready, but they realize that this Weaver, with the ability to Shikuchi away and 10 1 charges, too much to play around with. As Unknown, 5 heroes. They're bringing everybody.
They gotta. They have no other place to do. They can't deal with the Pango mid with the Maelstrom, so they have to try and maybe get some kills
2
bottom.
in the arena. Frank speared up against the side. They miss the roll again, but that's Supernova causing problems here for Unknown. It's landing, catching Robo-Z, Void Spirit, stunned and bashed. He's gone. Burner gonna have to try and Shikuchi away. Looks like they won't be able to keep tabs on the Weaver, but the Witch Doctor's another story. 200 HP
Got
on
TP.
Yodomi. Can you escape from this? Death Ward onto Frank. He's gonna kill off Frank before dying himself.
Okay.
The Dire Observe
Alright.
Ward giving perfect vision, and Yodomi with some real slick plays.
I like that. That was really nice. I mean, I don't think Slaughter expected the Witch Doctor to just man up and drop the ward.
No.
Oh, he got a lot of gold for that kill, I think. Only 244? That doesn't seem right.
I guess Frank isn't super farmed. I guess the teams don't have a big difference between them, but
But still, very nice kill there from Yodomi. I didn't even expect that.
But it's an even better defense by Thunder Predator, right? Bringing them down with a Supernova on that tier 1. They make sure that Unknown are kind of stymied in their action to try and create space. Yules, with that Void Spirit setting up on Slardar, 1600 HP with drums and wand though, you can't really toy with the Fish Boy. And let's roll Leo style, bouncing off the cliff tops, finally connects onto a hero. Mars, with the help of the Earth Spirit, stuns Silence, the boulders connecting, and they'll trade 1 for 1 with a roll in. Maybe Leo style dying too. The Pango has been maledicted, tries to TP, but that is optimistic.
That damage. Yep.
Unknown come back into the same area of the map, and they do find a team fight victory at long last. But
They're gonna get tower now too, I think. But
what's the big
what is
but?
it, Gary?
no,
What is
it's
it, Gary?
What is the big but, Theban? There's a big but in this game.
There's a big but. There's an AFK farming carry hero on the opponent team.
Is under attack.
Completely untouched. That's the big but. But I need to tell you, Gary, Unknown, they don't really have many options. They have to be doing these plays. They need to constantly run at bottom with 5 heroes, try to take the tower. The tower's still not dead. Slaughter just
Exactly.
TP's back in there, puts his body in front of the tower, and that's it.
Come
like
again?
Unknown. Oh man, they gotta hard commit for this tower. They gotta take that objective so they can get the hell out of this area and go for the next objective already.
You know,
Thunder
those,
Predator.
Radiant's middle tower is under
No,
attack.
please finish your thought.
I was gonna say Thunder Predator are getting away with this game right now. Like, I wouldn't say getting away. I think they deserve it considering their drafts, but this is just looking way too easy for them.
Yeah, like they come again bottom lane. Frank is like that guy in the old martial arts movies. You know, he's come at me, bro, with his palm facing upwards as Leo style
Oh, he's
arrives
dead
with the
again.
rolling thunder. Frank does die, but they've stopped Unknown from doing anything down here. Killing off Yodomi and Weaver,
Oh,
going to get
Arcane
deep,
Rune
forced to
Pango.
time lapse back. Pango still going with these swashbuckles. The good silence on the Phoenix though will dispatch with him. MJZ is shredded, and the Pangolier, well, he's doing good work with the Illuminate landing. They clear through, Burner finally, but Widge, with that damage over time, the Magnetize destroys the Pango, and a trade there, a 3 for 3, all things considered. But,
Yeah.
Theban,
But
again, there's one fat-ass motherfucker in this game. Wraith King is still farming top lane.
he's
Oh,
got
wait,
1,000
Robo
gold.
C, he finds the Kotl. That's a quick kill. Void Spirit is, again, in that bottom lane, deep behind the tier 1.
Tower's still not dead though. That's all Thunder Predator are thinking about. The tower's still not dead. So they're good. Actually, in that last fight, there was a little bit of an awkward play for Thunder Predator. Pango had about 1 second left on Swashbuckle, and the Keeper of the Light used Chakra Magic on him. But if you waited for the Swashbuckle to come out first and then use that Chakra, he would have got double Swashbuckle, and I think Unknown would have been completely annihilated. Like, this Pango would have just destroyed them with double Swash there.
We saw what it did when he swashbuckled 3 heroes with an Illuminate, you know, basically 2v3ing them all.
Yeah.
But it really is that, you know, martial arts antagonist. He's been beaten, he's been bruised in this bottom lane, just being run at by swarms of enemies. But they still keep coming back for more. Phoenix wanting to defend this tower. Frank has arrived again. Fourth
the
time,
blink.
they cancel
Nice.
the roll. Nice, yeah, beautiful. Leo Star with that blink rolling thunder, stopping any rolling boulder escape from that
got the
Earth
Radiance
Spirit.
too.
They do manage to get Earth Spirit a bit of distance now, but he's been hit by the Corrosive Haze and the Veil. MNZ burning him with the Radiance that you mentioned, and the Wraith King has arrived. It is his time to fight. 17.5 minutes in, MNZ. He's come to the scene of the crime with 10,000 net worth.
And he's finished his magic wand. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The Wraith King build is on.
Then the Sanj. What do we usually see after that? It's like AC or BKB.
Yeah, some people don't even finish the Sanj and Yasha. They just leave the Sanj for a while. Just to get that little bit of magic, status resist and extra healing. But we'll see.
I've seen
the flow of the game.
Yeah. So I've even seen a few players just buy like this belt of strength and then think about the Sanj, think about the SNY, or think about the Basher into Abyssal Blade.
Exactly. You just have to wait and see how the next fights go while you have your Radiance. And then once you build up like 2k gold, then you'll decide like, alright, what is my next item?
Leo with the blink. Onto that Mars again, Drakeel. Jesus Christ, the Sunray comes out and he just falls to pieces. Pangolia's gone deeper now, does die under the tier 2, but Yodomi's Witch Doctor, a bonus kill for them. Over eager though, I think, Leo Style there, and wanting to turn one kill into more. Recalling the Wraith King in towards mid lane.
I love how you were talking about the Sunray and completely ignored the 800 damage crit the Wraith King did with the Corrosive Haze. Oh, it's the Sunray, blew him up.
Come on.
That Wraith King is a monster with this Corrosive Haze. My goodness. How do you
Wraith King anymore?
like, you know how much armor you need to mitigate all that damage? Like, Mars still was trying to finish his Blink Dagger, and he went for a hood first against Slardar. Just saying. Just saying. Oh, he's got himself a dragon scale though. He's like, oh god bless, I can drop
Finally,
this
armor.
Yeah.
That is interesting though. Like the hood, what are we looking at? Like Maelstrom, Phoenix Kotl, but it feels majority
good.
magic damage. Yeah.
Nah, it's not good. Usually, I don't think he had any business buying the hood this game. Like, it's probably a Yule's Blink game if ever you want to go some other item.
Oh, look at this. They see them all.
That Rolling Thunder.
The 3-man. Mars Arena comes out, but maybe too little too late. The Earth Spirit turns onto the Slardar, but he has been destroyed. Straight off the bat, Leo Style with that immediate initiation, finding Earth Spirit. And Unknown got to be very glad that they didn't lose any more.
Yeah, that arena just had to use it defensively, or else they were going to get completely wiped. But they will lose Roshan instead. Thunder Predator know that there's no arena. That means no team fight on Unknown. Earth Spirit still dead too. That Rosh died very quickly, by the way.
Oh yeah, he's gone. And Mars, okay. It's not a great place to be as a Mars. They've got him all locked up. Sunray him down. Weaver thinking about poking and prodding into the fight, but into the waiting arms of Wraith King. Under a sentry wall.
Weaver?
Just about
He's gonna
slips
have to
away.
BKB
Still
this.
going to get stunned. There's the BKB. You are absolutely right with that call. Forcing the
That's
Weaver's
gonna feel bad.
first BKB charge.
Imagine your 10-second BKB having to be used on a Wraith King stun to just get away. Not even turning the fight around.
Not optimal. And now he's trying to cut waves top. What's Moose up to? Glimmer caping forward. Don't really offer anything to stop the Weaver. Slardar might have, as he does arrive there. But yeah, the hood on Mars, I mean, it could quite easily have been, the majority of a Vlad's or something.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely needs some
buckler.
initiation first, though, right? You need to be the front line going in.
Is under attack.
So, not so sure if he could have got like a Vlad's. I think he just needed to get like Blink right away. Try to get something going for his team.
Dire's top tower
This Weaver definitely did not ball out of control, to say the least.
Yeah, they need the smoke gank to try and levy something out of this position. And they do arrive on top of the Slardar on the Kotl, blowing up Moose. No reaction yet from Thunder Predator. The Wraith King walks back in onto the Earth Spirit. A roll down to the low ground into the Pango and the Phoenix, though, as MJZ takes him down, and the Wraith King just keeps walking forward. A big hit on the Witch Doctor. Seal the deal on Yodomi, and this Slardar just going to put Corrosive Haze to keep the rest of Unknown back in their base. It feels like a foregone conclusion at this point. Wraith King, he is absolutely massive. 15k net worth, Radiance S&Y Midas, and walking up towards your high ground. Good job using the Midas straight away there when it came off cooldown. I was ready.
has fallen.
I was watching.
This mid game compared to game number 2, just looking so much more fluid from Thunder Predator. I think it gave them a lot of confidence winning game number 2, because they were very confused about some of their movements, and after winning the way that they did, they're back. I think Thunder Predator.
That's an initiation
Pango,
onto
though.
Wraith King. Pango's miles
Pango for
away.
the top.
Yeah, so, Unknown, they are trying to reclaim their high ground area. BKB Weaver sprinting towards Slardar. Crush lands on that Earth Spirit before he can really close the gap, and a Supernova, it's perfectly placed. And it will be able to force Unknown back, but it doesn't save Frank's life. Slardar's down, Void Spirit now finds himself trapped between 3 Radiant heroes, disarmed, stunned, and cleared through.
This is all your fault.
Oh
That's all
man,
be-
they were.
Look, Wraith
gonna
King
say,
just
they were-
1v3s.
Yeah, exactly. They were all running past the Wraith King, and the Wraith King was just like zoning out anybody who was trying to run into the fight. They don't want to go on him. He's got Aegis and Reincarnation. They would have to try to kill him 3 times. So that Radiance just ticking away. Mars, he tried to walk in. He's like, I'm coming, guys, with the arena. And it just gets stunned up by the Wraith King, slapped in the face. And he's like, all right, never mind. Can't go in anymore.
Well, yeah, he has Blink now, at least. So maybe the ability to jump past the Wraith King into the back lines. Try and get some use out of that Arena of Blood.
Tower is under attack.
Wraith King's got himself a basher. He's like, all right, you guys are just running away from me. I'm not gonna let that happen anymore.
Time to stop that nonsense. And Aghanim Shard coming in about 1,000 gold.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Catch on the
Aghanim
Weaver.
Shard.
Bashed up. Did get the BKB off in time as he landed from the Yule Scepter, though.
Dire's bottom tower
Still haze though. Leo Style is gonna have to stop here. He does not know what's on that high ground.
It's gotta get that Earth Spirit out of there, too. But that's BKB, Time Lapse, both expended by Weaver. And a regen rune he had bottled, used up, too.
Why is he going the shard on the Wraith King? There's no real reason for it. I guess he doesn't have any mana items. Maybe he's like afraid if he uses too many Fire Blasts that he'll run out.
Because we saw it.
Fight.
We saw it in another game as well, where he had but I think that was like a Manta game, where he had Manta, Abyssal, and the stuns. They do get a catch on Slardar. Frank, he's trying to tank through this, but he's caught up inside the Colosseum. Maledict lands on him, they use up the Phoenix there, so there's no Supernova. That's a good couple of pickoffs from Unknown. Rolling in, looking for a bit more. They silence the Pango, but he's a speedy devil. 16-1 charges, Swashbuckle a little further away, the roll, it connects, somehow closes the gap onto Leo Style, the Rolling Thunder stopped in its tracks by that final touch of Weaver.
Huge kills. Huge kills. That curry has a gem on it for Moose, so he's gonna have that against the Weaver and dewarding as well. And they get some little bit of momentum going on the side of Unknown, but they gotta keep this up.
Go for more and do it now. Everything has to be
MNZ.
snappy and decisive.
He's manning
That
up.
is a glimmered up Wraith King going straight into the midst of battle. Stunned up, cycloned. Get the Witch Doctor out of there.
Radiant's top tower
Don't let him just die to a Wraith King who's walking into you.
structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is
Well,
under
they see the Mars showing bottom because he's handling those skeletons.
Radiant's top tower has
Could
fallen.
be a good opportunity here for Thunder Predator to get themselves maybe a pick off somewhere, but without your Pango, it's a little difficult. Mars is going to finish off the pipe. I guess now against Radiance and Maelstrom, it starts to make a bit more sense.
All your fault.
Yeah, but still, I think it kind of ruined their early game though a lot, where they completely missed their timings on being able to just blink in arena, kill somebody, take some objectives, or like even a Yule setup on, let's say, a Pango who tries to swashbuckle into a Rolling Thunder. You can also remove the Guardian Sprint with the Yules. It's just weird item against Slaughter in general.
Causes problems. 1.5 minutes for the next Roshan fast spawn. And at this
I
point, it
get
feels
it.
like Thunder Predator can just take top jungle and say, cool, we control this game.
Yeah, they can if they want to. They just gotta group up again. Last fight, Pango also ran away from the Wraith King, so it was really awkward the way that he was going. So Gary, what do you think is the reason for this pause? Okay, never mind, we're already unpausing. It's gonna give you a few options to choose
Voice.
from.
It's always
Voice.
Discord. See,
It's always this-
that's always the reason they give, right? Because
Yeah.
I feel I feel like it's the easiest thing just to be like, yeah, there's a problem with TeamSpeak or Discord. But the actual reason could be, someone needs to go pee or someone needs to refill their drink
Yeah.
of water or you're never quite
I
sure.
want to say like 80% of the time it's probably like actually pee.
Yeah.
So someone's can't hold the bladder, or they forgot to pee in between the game because they were discussing.
And they need to go real bad right now.
Oh, we
Witch
found a Witch
Doctor.
Doctor.
Good little
Okay.
D-ward there by the Wraith King.
Yeah, good little deal word.
Kills off the Witch Doctor. There's still an Observer and a Sentry on the high ground, though.
What was an Elven Tunic on the ground? Robo Z was thinking about going in to pick that up. He's like, oh, never mind.
Too many bad men over there. Oh, a Quickening Charm, too. So what are we looking at, then? Tunic goes on the Slardar. Cloak of Flames on the Wraith King. So he is immolating everyone that comes near. And
That's
Unknown,
crazy.
fast retreat.
Bro, that is 105 magic damage per second Wraith King is sending out. It's so nice to have that item on Wraith King.
It
You
feels
love
so
the
good.
armor. You love the magic resist.
Rolling Thunder Blink. Good connections. A spear tries to buy time for Robo Z, but he is just chain stunned down. And the Pango finds a continuation. Mars near that illusion rune. He's trying to get any spells he can off. The God's Rebuke, anything? No, it is just
Dire's middle
a
tower
dead Mars on our screen.
They're just farming heroes right now on the side of Thunder Predator now that they've grouped up together. One next to one another. They're just waiting for the Roshan. There it is. Roshan's up.
Dire's middle tower
Looks like MSD is gonna hit the high ground a couple of times, maybe force back some heroes, and then go rush.
Weaver's trying to hold on to this high ground.
I want to see the Weaver buy the Swarm Shard
Pango?
upgrade.
Pango getting a solo kill here. Looks like he is.
Is he?
Try and kick him back. But he's got the right clicks
Oh.
needed. Oh, the blink forward. Another swashbuckle's coming. He knows. Absolutely knows. And that's now 2 heroes dead for a while. And Roshan opens up to them. And what is that? Aegis and Cheese.
We'll see the Aegis go the way of the Wraith King once again.
Roshan
Just drop that one. Oh no, they give it to the Pango. Okay, interesting. I thought that Wraith King was just gonna hit the high ground with that Aegis and not have a care in the world.
There's really only been one situation where Unknown have really being able to execute their draft and their lineup. But that was when basically Thunder Predator only had 4 heroes. They were embroiled in a 4v5 and they caught them off guard with a nice smoke. Such a difficult place to be in now, though, when you are 100% reliant on this Mars Arena to actually start a team fight for you. Reliant on RoboZ's Void Spirit backstabbing into the Kotl and the Phoenix. This Earth Spirit getting a silence on the Phoenix before Supernova comes. So many small plays that have to work out for you as Unknown just to win a team fight. And even that one team fight doesn't get you back into the game.
It doesn't. You need to win like 4 team fights at this rate, honestly. Thunder Predator's heroes are just scaling way harder. You got the damage amp with the Corrosive Haze for your Wraith King too, so he's scaling incredibly well. And they also have room to buy like a Solar Crest for this Wraith King. Whew. Get that on him.
He's got a 10-second BKB. Leo style. It's such a fearful moment for Team Unknown when you start hearing that engine tick over. The Jeep is coming. They're doing a good job holding MNZ back at this time, though.
Going top. He has the Kato spare form. He can TP him in. I think this TP top is just to bait Unknown out of the base. Make them think that Leo Style has abandoned the team fight.
And it's another arcane rune on Pango.
How many has he got in this game?
A lot. More than enough. Rolling Thunder's there onto Mars. No arena yet. If they can blow up Drakeel here, it's huge for Thunder Predator, and they've done it with the Will-O-Wisp and the Rolling Boulder. The Supernova in the back. The Weaver gets stunned up, crushed and bashed. Burner, he gets the time-lapse off, but the escape still not looking too hot. Dead for 80 seconds, and this is Thunder Predator just putting their foot down now as RoboZ dissimulate back towards his tier 4s, but the Yule Scepter's there, and Leo Style will be able to close in with Frank, but they decide to be more disciplined. Tier 3's objectives. Finish this one off and take down Game 3.
Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
And there really seems to be no defense from Unknown.
Yes, he sees the air spray. He wants the rune.
Well, he dispels it.
Cancelled.
That's going to allow them to thunder in with that rolling Pango. Earth Spirit now gone for 50, while the Wraith King stuck in that dire base. Just keeps working on the buildings.
By stuck, you mean intentionally there to destroy all your buildings. Okay, got it.
Like yeah, that's poorly phrased by me. He's getting stuck in. That's more like it. Abyssal Blade to take down the Void Spirit. Okay, you've put Maledict on MNZ, but does he really care? He's a Wraith King. He's got Reincarnation still, and a BKB in 2 seconds ready, as Mars Arena does very little to stem the flow of bleeding that Unknown are facing right now in their base. That Will-O-Wisp on the tier 4s. Irritating. As Unknown buyback a couple of heroes. They are 5 alive now. Rolling in to commit. MNZ Wraith King. No reincarnation, but has a BKB. A stun onto Earth Spirit.
Oh, he's dying.
Weaver doing some good right-click physical damage, though. They get the Sun Ray on Earth Spirit and take him down, but MNZ, Glimmer Cape, Abyssal Blade, the chain stun onto Burner, but he gets back. Eats the cheese up. Gobbled by the Wraith King. Wonderful little pass over by Thunder Predator there as Yadomi, the cask, bounces back, but the Radiance burns them through, and Leo Style on a killing spree. Again, the Rolling Thunder's back up. It's like 3 times in the past 2 minutes that Arcane Rune going to work as they do dip back to look for the Mars. Will-O-Wisp is there. The Wraith King faces off against the Void Spirit as Drakeel being burnt alive. Sunray with this Pango toying with them. Shield crashes down to the low ground with an Aghanim Scepter working wonders. They've got the Witch Doctor who's turned into a Death Ward only for a second as Wraith King's reincarnation came back off cooldown, and GG's call. Unknown tap out.
GG, Gary. GG.
Thunder Predator going down in game 1 and then a swift return in games 2 and 3.
I mean, this is what happens if you lose 3 lanes against Wraith King. This hero is an absolute beast. I mean, Sodar, we saw him 2v1 top. That big counterplay by him. Pango killing mid and Wraith King killing bottom. It all happened like in 1 minute. And then Unknown, you know, they did the good moves of like grouping up as 5, trying to take some fights and take some towers after the fights, but they just didn't have enough damage to an extent. So Wraith King, as soon as he got Radiance, it just looked like impossible for Thunder Predator to lose his game anymore.
Yeah, MNZ